Hey, so I'm 24, I've made $100,000 a month in 3 different businesses, and that's taught me that the income someone makes is dependent on the skills that they have. And there's 3 skills that when learned take a beginner from $0 to $1,000 a month, 3 skills that get someone from $1,000 to $10,000 a month, and 3 that get someone from $10,000 to $100,000 a month. So in this video, I want to break down all 9 of the skills that'll take you from $0 to $100,000 a month. This video is based on a tweet storm that I created that went viral and had absolutely incredible responses. And it's also based on me meeting dozens of people making $100,000 a month and beyond. This is the $100,000 a month skill stack. And the very first skill is flow state proneness. Now, the problem with beginners is they're dopamine addicted rats. And success requires focus, but dopamine addicted rats can't focus. And I really believe that you can predict the amount of success that somebody's gonna have by the frequency they enter the flow state. The frequency they enter the state where they're fully immersed in the zone, deep into hours of work, making their best work happen. And the reason this is the case is because success is a huge output. Lots of money in short periods of time, that's a huge output. And big outputs, unless you have massive leverage, require huge inputs. And the only way that a human being is able to create a lot of energy into this earth is through the flow state. That's where humans are able to create their best work, because that's when the self-consciousness and the self-doubt removes itself, and hours go past in what feels like minutes, and weeks worth of work can get done in hours. The best work that humans have ever created came as a byproduct of flow state. And generally, that amount of energy can only come from an intense love of the work or just a really strong desire. For me, I just hated the idea that I was going to have to work in a job that I hated. And that filled me with such incredible desire for freedom that forced me to do things that I didn't want to do, got me into the flow state, and ended up in me achieving some results. For other people, they just love the work that they do. And that love of the work allows them to obsess over it so they can put in insane amounts of inputs to get the insane outputs. So it either requires intrinsic motivation, just loving the work, or extrinsic motivation, really being driven by achieving some sort of a thing. So the first thing you need to do is remove the dopamine-inducing activities, the gaming, the porn, the YouTube, the Netflix, from your life until work becomes the most fun thing for you to do. And this is why Alex Becker says that in order to get a beginner to $10,000 a month, the first thing you need to tell them to do is to make their bed. He doesn't mean make their bed, he means clean up their life. All beginners generally have incredibly messy lives. Their brain is fried, it's chaotic. That's why Sam Ovens says that people don't have business problems. They have personal problems that reflect in their business. And the thing that hold beginners back from starting to make money generally isn't a lack of marketing skills or sales skills. It's that the fundamentals aren't in place. They're sleeping badly, they're spending 5 hours a day on YouTube, 8 hours a day playing video games. Of course, you're not going to be able to achieve tremendous success if that's what you're doing. Skill number 2, cognitive restructuring. Henry Ford says, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. If you believe that you can get to $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $1 million a month, then you can. Because if you don't believe that you can get there, you won't even try. This was the thing that held me back from even getting started and uploading my first YouTube video for ages. I remember telling my mentor at the time, I don't believe that I can do it. And because I didn't believe that I could do it, I didn't even try. Tom Bilyeu, who's a billionaire, he built the brand Quest Nutrition, has a impact theory belief system. And one of the most powerful beliefs that he has on there is that you should do and believe that which empowers you. What's true and what's less true is less important than what's beneficial and what's unbeneficial. You should do and you should believe the things that will get you to where you want to get to. It doesn't matter whether it's true. Just think, what does somebody need to believe in order to get the things that I want to get? And the very first thing is believing that you can do it. And cognitive restructuring is a technique taken from cognitive behavioral therapy that allows you to change the beliefs that you have in your mind. It basically is writing down the beliefs that you currently hold and just writing down some of the thoughts that you have about achieving your goals. And what will happen is over time, you'll end up writing a single belief that you have. It could be, this is going to take me too long, or it's impossible, or it's too saturated, or AI is going to come and replace all of us. And then what you need to do is you need to dissect that belief and really break it down. Ask yourself questions like, what evidence supports this belief? Or even, what belief is beneficial for me to adopt? And then when you identify that, you look for evidence in the real world that supports that belief. Because the beliefs that you have dictate your entire reality. It's the most important thing. It's the operating system that dictates a human's life. And rewiring those things is some of the most beneficial things, because one singular belief can completely halt progress towards whatever goal that you have. So cognitive restructuring is the process of rewiring the beliefs that you have from negative to beneficial. Skill number 3, mentor discernment. I went from $3,000 a month to $100,000 a month very quickly as soon as I found the right mentor for me. Now, beware of fake gurus. There are people out there that have things that are not worth the price. But look desperately and endlessly for the real gurus. And when you find somebody that you think has information that can get you from where you want to get to, from where you are to where you want to get to, obsess and go all in. One of my first mentors was Sam Ovens. When I found him, I spent thousands of hours consuming his content. I watched thousands of hours of his recordings, and he gave me some beliefs that were massively beneficial towards my success. And as a beginner, you know the importance of goal setting, right? But as a beginner, it's so difficult to set good goals. It's like, where do I start? What do I want? Do I want this? You see other people, you're like, maybe I want that. The best thing for a beginner to do, instead of setting a goal, is to look for somebody that you admire. That's much easier. And then try and get their life. Do the things that they would do if they were in your situation. Look at what they used to do when they were a beginner. Look at what they're teaching. Look at what they've learned. Look at the mistakes that they've made. It's much easier, instead of setting an abstract goal, to look at a mentor that you look up to and say, I'm going to do what they tell me to do because I want the life that they have. That's so much more concrete. And there's this important thing called the focus squared technique. There's 2 sorts of focus that you need to have if you want to reach success. The first one is focus on a micro level. This is the flow state thing that we talked about previously. The second thing is flow state on a macro level. So many beginners try and start 5 different businesses, or they're watching 8 different gurus that are all telling them to do different things. Or maybe they think, I'm going to try loads of different businesses and I'll see which one takes off. The reality is that all of them will work. The one that works is the one that you make work. So you need to focus down on your work and focus up on the one goal and the one path that you think is most likely to get you to that goal. But in a world of endless information and endless content creators and endless books and endless everything, endless chaos that comes with the internet, it's very difficult to get that macro level focus without a mentor. So search endlessly, search the weird nooks and crannies of the internet, follow your curiosity, find random internet gurus, read books, watch YouTube videos, and when you find somebody that you believe has the information that you need to get you to where you want to get to, go all in on that person. Later, when I found Naval Ravikant and Alex Hormozi, who are 2 more business mentors of mine, I transcribed all of their YouTube videos. I transcribed all of their podcasts. I scraped all of their tweets off of their Twitter. I found all of their blog posts, all of their guest articles, everything that they'd ever created, the books that they had, and I put it all into one searchable database so that whenever I wanted to learn a specific thing from them, say I wanted to learn the skill of learning, or say I wanted to learn the skill of persuasion from them, I could get all of the content they've ever created and search through it all. I can search the word persuasion and it finds all the times they've ever mentioned it, so I can absorb all of their knowledge as quickly as humanly possible. That's how seriously I take mentor discernment. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in online internet mentors of mine, coaching, courses, and it's been incredibly beneficial. Now, beware of the fake gurus, right? And generally it's pretty obvious. If you think somebody's a fake guru, they probably are a fake guru. Somebody's making huge, massive promises to you. If someone's relying on flexing material objects to you, if somebody doesn't provide you with insane amounts of value before they ask you to buy something, these are some flags that you can look for. Generally, the best thing to do is only buy from somebody who's given you more value for free than the money that you're about to give them. So if you watch somebody and you're like, wow, this person's given me $1,000 worth of value, you can spend $1,000 with them. Don't if someone's just using sales techniques to get you to buy something and promising you that they have valuable things to tell you. Don't trust them. They need to prove that they have valuable things to you before you give them a penny. And one of the tweets that I put out recently is that the first rule of business is to learn from people ahead of you. It sounds so incredibly simple, but it's so true. Unless you want to spend years making all the mistakes yourself, find somebody who's ahead of you and they will have learned things that you haven't yet learned, and they can just tell you those things. And it's like a time portal. A piece of knowledge and insight, a new belief is a time portal. Instead of you spending years to make the mistake to learn the lesson, they've made the mistake and they can share the lesson with you. And if you're smart, you can skip time that it takes most people to learn something. All right, part 2, the $10,000 per month skill stack. Really, getting to $10,000 a month is just about picking one avatar, selling them one product, and getting traffic through one channel. That's it.
Getting to 6 figures is literally just like sell something to someone. That's all you have to do to get to 6 figures. One channel, one product, one avatar. You don't have to do anything else.
So skill 4 is finding product market fit. You need to solve for the I help blank to blank. I help avatar to achieve results. Because really, money is just an exchange of value. How do you create value? By solving somebody's pain. How do you solve somebody's pain? By solving their problems. So money is an exchange for solving problems. So if you help a group of people to solve a specific problem and achieve a specific result, that will remove the group of people's pain, which will create value, which they will give you for money. That's it. So I help blank to blank. You just need to help people achieve a transformation and they'll give you money for it. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And when most people do this, they think, well, I know Facebook ads, I know content marketing. That's the second part. That's the result. I help a group of people to get better at content marketing. But if you start with a skill, now you're a solution in search of a problem, which is the biggest mistake that most business owners make. They have something they think is cool. They have some new technology that they think is valuable, and then they go looking for a problem. But what if the solution that you have is a solution to a non-painful problem, or the solution to a problem that doesn't even exist? Now it's not even a solution, it's nothing, it's just something in the world. You want to first start with a group of people, and the more you understand that group of people, the more you'll understand the problems that they have, and then you can look through your skill sets and look out there in the world for solutions to their problem, and now you're guaranteed to create value which you can use to get money. You shouldn't study business. You should study a niche. And when you understand the niche, what business you should start becomes completely obvious because you see what problems they have and you know which ones you can solve. So you really want to understand a group of people, a market, a niche, an avatar better than they understand themselves. As soon as you do that, money will start coming. Because as soon as you can articulate to somebody their problem better than they understand it themselves, they will automatically believe that you have the solution. Because they'll think, if this person empathizes with me, they know my problem so well, then this person must also know the solution to this problem. So if you just understand people, this solves for marketing. All marketing is it's speaking to people in the language that's going on inside of their head to get their attention. It solves for sales. When you understand somebody, you know what needs to be said or what needs to be shown to them to get them to buy. And it solves for product. When you understand somebody, you know what they need to do to solve their problems. So understanding a group of people solves for entire business. It's the very, very fundamental step. When you understand somebody and a group of people, you can build the entire business, get all of the messaging, create content, run the ads, build the product, all based on your understanding. But I do think it's worth mentioning at this point, a lot of people give a lot of credit to first movers advantage. They think that's a massive, incredible thing. You want to be first to a market. Now, this is true. All big billion-dollar businesses generally were first to market, but it's incredibly risky. If you're the first person to do something, you're going into uncharted territory. You're taking a gamble. You're taking a risk. And most times, the reason that people haven't done that thing is because they've tried it and it wasn't profitable, so they stopped. Or they saw that it wasn't going to be profitable, so they didn't even try. So generally what is easier to do is it's easier to steal product market fit. It's easier to look at the marketplace around you, see who's doing well, and then just do what they're doing, but better. Do what they're doing, but help people get results quicker. Do what they're doing, but do it slightly differently. Instead of going into completely uncharted territory, steal product market fit. Skill number 5, distribution hacking. Now that you've understood somebody, you've got your life in order, you've fixed your sleep, you're in flow state, all of those things. Now you need to get in front of the people that you're trying to get in front of. And what happens at this point is most people think, right, I'm going to start running ads, I'm going to start doing outreach, I'm going to start creating content, and I'm going to start creating content on Snapchat, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. No. To get to $10,000 a month, you just need one channel. You just need one way to reach a group of people. Don't pick Facebook and YouTube, and just pick one platform, Twitter, or YouTube, or outreach, or ads, or joining groups and helping people get results that way. All you need is just one way to get in front of people. Because really your business is its people, right? Almost everything you want in life is related to other people. If you want to make money, you don't make money, other people give you money. If you want respect and status, you can't get that if you're alone. You want the respect and status of other people. If you want to feel proud of the work that you've created, often that comes because other people look up to the work that you've created. So whilst this may not be ideal, most of the things that you want, love as well, is all from other people. But in order for you to get other people to give you the things that you want them to give you, you need to reach them first. Now, Alex Hormozi has the core 4: warm outreach, cold outreach, creating content, running paid ads. Those are the 4 different ways for you to get traffic. Those are all incredible, and you should pick one of them and just do that thing. There's also another one that probably fits into one of his buckets that I think is the easiest way for beginners to get started. You can call it the group strategy. What you want to do is you want to find groups or communities or forums of people that you're trying to reach. Now, if you post in these forums, the algorithms are a lot less complicated than something like the YouTube algorithms or the Twitter algorithms, which are really competitive. If you post on a Reddit forum, you post in a Facebook group, you're almost guaranteed to get some attention of the people you're trying to get the attention of, even if your post isn't that good. And this is what I did to grow my YouTube channel in the beginning. I was creating content about stoicism. I was getting like 4 views from the YouTube algorithm. So I found the r/stoicism subreddit and I posted my videos in there. And I'm guaranteed to get some views because people check the forum and there's not many other posts on there. So they watch my videos. Even if they're not good, it gets me a start. Hamza, big personal development YouTuber, 2 million subscribers, got his start by posting his videos on my Reddit. I created a dopamine detoxing subreddit. He got his first 1,000 subscribers or something like that from my subreddit and posting his videos on there. You can join Facebook groups, you can go on Reddit. There's multiple different ways for you to do this. Do it on random forums and you're guaranteed to get the attention of the people you're trying to get the attention of. But don't be weird, don't be creepy. Join the groups and become the most valuable person. Join the groups and help people for free. Join the groups, fall in love with the kind of people that you're trying to reach and just help them without trying to sell them something. The selling will happen as a byproduct after you just become insanely valuable and give. And I think it's also worth mentioning at this point that my advice to most beginners would be don't start an audience. Just try to get a customer. Building an audience can take years in order for results to start to come. And most beginners just want to make $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month as quickly as humanly possible so they can drop out of college, leave their job, and do the thing that they love full time. If that's the case, generally, building an audience isn't the fastest way to do that. Unless you have some unique superpower, unless you're insanely passionate about creating content, unless that's just what you want to do and you refuse to do anything else and you just want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a content creator and you're insanely passionate about it, then sure, you can do it. It may take you longer unless you have insane competitive advantages. But for most people, the best way, if your goal is $5,000 a month, is just to reach out to people and try to make them give you money. That's it. No need to build a 1 million subscriber audience, just try to monetize early. But one thing that is worth noting is that every single human being on this planet has a personal brand. Everyone. You think personal brand, you think of Gary Vee. But you have to realize that all a personal brand is just how other people view you. And unless you're completely isolated on an island with nobody else around you, there are people around you in your life, on your Facebook profile, on your Instagram profile, on your YouTube, people that know you from work. They all think about you a certain way. Everybody has a personal brand. And one of the things that you want to invest in early is your personal brand. That doesn't mean creating content. It just means if you have a customer, you do great work for them, you over-deliver so that they give you a review and now they think of you more positively and they're more likely to tell their friends. You can start loads of businesses. I've had businesses before and then I stopped. And then there's other businesses that I've had that I've started and then I've stopped. But the one thing that I've never stopped doing is being Andrew Kirby. So the Andrew Kirby personal brand is the thing that I will take with me to my grave. And it's the thing that will continue to compound year over year as more people know about me, as more people hear about me, as I interact with more people, as I create more content. That's the thing that's going to stay with you for life. So the last thing you want to do is have a bad personal brand. Invest in the personal brand from early days. Even if that doesn't mean creating content, just be a good person, help people out, deliver well for your customers, and be a good person overall. Skill 6, persuasion. Now that you've reached people, you need to say things to them that will get them to give you money. And really all this is just an articulation of your product's features and benefits. What are the features and what benefits do those features bring? And if you want to get really cool, what are the benefits of those benefits? So the feature is, this is going to be 8 weeks of one-on-one coaching with me, where you'll get a Zoom call with me one-on-one every week. That's the feature. The benefit of this is that I will hold you accountable every week, and I'll check in with you to make sure that you're doing the things that you know that you should be doing. The benefit of that benefit is that now you're going to be able to achieve the body that you want to achieve and get the results that you want to get and build the business that you want to get, or whatever the thing that you're trying to sell is. So feature, benefits of the feature, and then benefits of the benefits is the easiest selling frame. Really, it's just an articulation of the value that you have. You have Hormozi's value equation. You want to let people know that the dream outcome that they're going to be achieving is going to be big. The likelihood of achievement of that thing is going to be big as well. You can do this by showing case studies, showing testimonials, showing your experience, showing your credibility. Divided by the time it's going to take someone, the surely you can make it better, and the effort and sacrifice it's going to take them, make it lower as possible. That's all sales really is. It's communicating value to them and articulating how the value is greater than the price. Now, Naval says that the 2 skills that you want to learn to get rich is learn how to sell and learn how to build. Getting to 10K a month, you need to learn how to sell. Learning how to build, it's important, but you don't need it to get to 10K a month. Most people that are at 10K a month are pretty bad at product. They get by, but it's not essential. Selling is essential. All right, now we're on to part 3, the $100,000 per month skill set. Skill 7 is to find your edge. This is the time where you want to find the thing that you're uniquely good at. Find the thing that nobody else can do better than you can. Find the thing that has high demand but low supply. Find the thing that makes you different, the thing that makes you unique, the thing that makes you uniquely you, the thing that you were naturally good at as a kid, and double down and triple down and quadruple down on that thing. Skill number 8 is learning how to build. We've covered selling. Building is incredibly important. Really what you want to do is you want to create consumer surplus, meaning when you sell somebody something, you want the value that you give them to be greater than the price that they've paid you in such an excess that they want to give you money again. That's what happens. If you are able to create consumer surplus in an audience, that value, that goodwill that you've created, at some point, it's very easy to convert that into money. Now you can do this for free as a content creator by creating loads of value, posting loads of valuable content. You create a lot of goodwill so that when you ask somebody to give you money, they're far more likely to do it. But when they give you money, what you want to do is to over-deliver the amount of value that you give them such massively that they want to keep giving you money. All great businesses are created because the product that people first buy is so good that people want to keep buying it again and again and again. Think of like an iPhone. An iPhone's pretty good, so in a few years you'll buy another iPhone and you'll buy another iPhone. Think of your phone bill or your Wi-Fi bill. If it goes down, you're calling them up and you're saying, I want my Wi-Fi back. Here's my credit card. Think about LaCroix is a good example. If somebody starts drinking LaCroix or if somebody starts drinking coffee, it's a good product. So people want to keep buying those things. And that's how beautiful, incredible businesses are built. And all of the people that I know that have massive businesses, $1 million a month and beyond, most of the profit is created in the back end of the business. It's created in the upsell after people initially buy. Because if somebody gives you $1,000 once and you give them $20,000 worth of value, now you can go to them and say, well, I've got this other thing that's $10,000, and they're far more likely to buy it. So you've taken somebody that was worth $1,000 to you and now they're worth $11,000 to you, 10 times what they were worth before. And honestly, product, building things that work, helping people achieve transformation is one of the most valuable skills for anybody to have. As soon as you can build that consumer surplus, money will come to you. just by making something that actually works, something that actually solves a problem for lots of people. That is the thing that this world needs more of. That is the thing that this world is missing. That is the thing that can not just get you to $10,000 a month, but really build you a fortune. And skill number 9 is learning how to get more than you give. You want to build things that work for you when you sleep. You want to employ leverage like content, code, money, and people so that when you go to bed, they continue to work for you no matter how hard you're actually working. You want to divorce the time that you put in with the outputs that you get out. All of this is through leverage. In reality, everyone is linked to the money that they generate and the time that they put in. Just some people find ways to have the time that they put in generate them absolutely insane amounts of income. So you need to work on leverage. It's the core difference between $10K a month and $100,000 a month. If you're doing one-on-one coaching, find a way to get that into group coaching. If you're doing sales in person, try get the words that you're saying and put it in a YouTube video that can be broadcasted to millions of people. Employ leverage wherever you possibly can. And if you apply all of these skill sets from 1 to 9, it'll take you from $0 to $100,000 per month. Now, if you want to learn more about the specifics of the businesses that I created, check out this video on screen where I walk through my very, very, very full story from 0 to where I am at the moment.